Hey everybody, Ridge6 here. I am going to be doing some casual cargo hauling today in the Asgard. I've got some higher rep level contracts that I want to take a look at right here by ArcCorp. Alright, so let's look at these. Actually, I want to show you rep real quick. I have done a lot of cargo hauling here and have master rep with Kovalex, but we're not going to be using the master contracts today. We're going to be using Planetary experienced contracts. Look at this one right here. So this one goes from Baijini and delivers to ArcCorp mining areas 48, 61, 45, and then Samson and Son Salvage all on Walla. Small SU amounts, pays 123.5, so we're going to go ahead and pick that one up. And I'm going to put that in my notes real quick. Let me just write these down. Alright, I like to keep a piece of paper with the delivery locations or amounts. Makes it faster when I'm dropping off. Okay, this one is going back to Baijini Point, but is picking up from 3 of the 4 locations. So that will be a nice return trip. Yeah, going back to Baijini Point pays 164,000. So let's go ahead and accept this one, and I'll put that one in my notes. Alright, look at this one. It is member rank, not experienced, but goes from Baijini to a lot of the same locations. So I'm going to accept this one and also put it in my notes. It's odd that that one pays as much as the experienced one. Okay, this one is also experienced, coming back to Baijini Point from a lot of those same locations. So nice stacking here. I'll put this one in my notes too. Okay, so I have 4 contracts. We will make 5 stops on Walla, and then first stop is Baijini Point, and then after the 5 stops on Walla, we will deliver cargo back to Baijini Point. All right, arriving to Baijini Point now. There's my hangar. We'll go ahead and get landed. I like these big VTOL rotating thrusters on the Asgard. Asgard really does make for a pretty strong small and medium cargo ship. Mostly small. I like doing stacked contracts with the Asgard because you get this big, well, I've got a little bit of stuff in here. I'll just leave those in, but I was going to use the ATLS here, but you know, I think it's actually going to be a little faster with the way I want to organize it if I don't use this. So go ahead and store the ATLS here at Baijini for now and pull up the cargo. Alright, just picking up everything for multiple contracts. Okay, so the way that I like to do this, and the reason the Asgard is nice for this, is it has a pretty large amount of floor space or square footage, and so I am actually going to stack these in piles by what it is. So I'm going to make a processed food pile back here, and we'll make a ship ammunition pile in a different spot, and then it makes it easy for me to pull the quantities based on my notes at each of the drop-off locations. Alright, last 2 boxes here. This one's pressurized ice, and then 1 more processed food. So I basically have 4 different stacks going here. Ooh. Up to the processed food. There we go. So then when I make the drops, I'm able to just pull off these stacks for the quantities that I need to deliver. But let's get on our way to Walla. I like to untrack the contracts because then it doesn't obstruct the view of the different locations. Let's head to Samson and Sons first.
Takeoff complete.
Yeah, if you leave the contract tracked in your mobi-glass, you just have all the different delivery locations, and it makes it hard to know which one you're trying to jump to sometimes. So I'm in the habit of just untracking the contract. Makes the jumps a little more clear. My preference, anyways. Let's head to Walla. Man, this game is beautiful, huh? Oh, and it tracks the contracts on its own sometimes, so go untrack it again so that we can more clearly see which location I want to go to first. There we go. Coming into Samson and Sons. Looks like there are quite a few ships on the ground here, actually. So, see if anyone's here. Looks like a couple of rafts, Zeus, some floating ships, one right by the freight elevator. Oh, we have movement. Yep, there is a player right there unloading cargo. So we'll go ahead and wait our turn right here while this cargo hauler delivers their cargo. Alright, I am sitting down right here. They are taking quite a while. I think they're having some difficulties with the freight elevator. So I only have 2 boxes to deliver here, just 5 SCU of processed food. So I think I'm going to throw that out of the ship and just start moving it over towards the freight elevator. Make it a little faster when the freight elevator is available. I think I'll be able to throw it out of this door. I think a 4 SCU box should fit. We need 5 of processed food. So it's nice that I put it right here at the front. Let's pretend I did that on purpose. Is this gonna fit? Nice, yes. Okay, and let's go ahead and get the ship closed up. There we go. And let's move this over to the freight elevator. Looks like he's still working over there, he or she. Stay. Let's see how they're doing. Not too great, it looks like. Sometimes these freight elevators at these locations, like I've noticed the grid gets broken, and so you can only like snap 1 box to it or 0, which makes it hard when there's 8 SU boxes like this guy has. Oh, yeah. Okay, that one snapped. Okay, that was painfully long. Took a few tries, but he was able to get everything unloaded there. Or down the elevator, I mean. Yeah, it looks like he's leaving, so my turn. Let's get this cargo delivered. Yeah, there's only one little spot that you can snap boxes to. Oh, some floating ones for the little 1 SCU boxes, it looks like. There we go. And confirm. Nice. And objective complete. Awesome. Let's get on our way. Alright, next location is set. We're going to go to mining area 48. It's nice that it's all just right here on this one moon. Coming in here, looks like we've got one ship on the pad, but it's a little origin ship. Sit down right here. There we go. All right. I learned a trick from another cargo hauler that if you interact with the terminal here, it's a beautiful ship. If you interact with the little kiosk, the terminal here, just interact with it. Then when you deliver the cargo, it should always work. Sometimes in the past, you know, it'll let you deliver the cargo, but it won't actually process it for the contract. That shouldn't happen if you interact with the terminal first. It seems to make it register better. Okay, we're dropping off 4 of pressurized ice, and that one's stuck there. And let me look at my notes. 8 SCU of ship ammunition, which is up here in the front. So both of the big boxes of ship ammo go here. Oh, not the dragonfly. And there we go. That's everything for this location. So we'll send this down, and we've got cargo to pick up here as well. Confirm. Awesome. I think I might... let me reposition some of this so that now with the cargo that I'm picking up here to take back to Baijini Point, I will put it up here in the front right corner. Make it a little easier to load. So all of this is going to Baijini. I used to have a ship just like that one, actually, that same color. Mine was a 325A in the red. I did not like it as much as I thought I would, though, so it became something else. There we go, just up to the front, so it's out of the way. There we go. Sweet. Let's close up and get out of here.
Engines online. Takeoff complete. Landing gear ready. Shields offline.
Set the cruise control, and let's set course to our next location. Let's head over to mining area 45 next. Perfect. Get out of atmosphere. There we go. Short little jump. Okay, this location looks pretty empty. There's a Corsair parked nearby, but not on the pad. Looks like there's an M50 here. Let's get landed. Oh, that'll work. Touch the terminal. Let's try again. Perfect. Okay, so for this location, we're going to do 6 of processed food and 4 of hydrogen fuel. So processed food is up here in the front. Oh, Pyro multi-tool is not reaching all the way. And rest of the processed food. And then we need 4 of hydrogen fuel. So let's move some of this around for a second. This one. Awesome. Reorganize a little bit of this while that delivers. Let's see. Put the rest of the hydrogen fuel stacked together again, and this pressurized ice stacked together again. And that should do it. Alright, a couple more boxes here that need to go back to Baijini, so get these loaded up quickly up here with the waste in the front. Turn that one and stack it up in the front. Perfect. All right. Let's go. Alright, cruise control to climb. Let's set course. Oh, nope, map. Let's go to mining area 61. Should just be another short little jump here. Looks like we'll probably be on the dark side. Maybe not. Guess we'll see. Walla is a cool moon, though. I like it. Alright, yep, we are on the dark side here. A few ships, but no one parked on the pad. Which is nice. Just come right on in and land. Kind of rode the ramp down. Alright, same idea. Touch the kiosk real quick. And try again. Perfect. Okay. Now for this one, we are going to do 6 of pressurized ice, it looks like, and 4 of hydrogen fuel. No, 3 of hydrogen fuel. Which is good. I worried there for a second when I thought it said 4. Because I only have 3 left. Yep, 3. These 2 boxes right here. should do it here. And more cargo to pick up. No. I was thinking maybe reorganizing again, but I don't need to. There's lots of room there. So let's grab all of this cargo and get it loaded now. Sounds like one contract is completed. Alright, I will get all of this loaded up quickly. Alright, last one. There we go. I think we have one more stop. Let's go.
Engines online. Takeoff complete. Landing gear ready. Shields offline.
Alright, our last location here is going to be Mining Area 56. This will be our last stop on Walla. There's a reclaimer here. I wonder, is this a location where you can sell RMC? I'll have to look that up later. If so, that would be good to know, but that would also surprise me a little bit. I'll have to check it out. Right in here. There we go. Oh, clip to the elevator. All right, freight elevator's already down, so I think I'll pull up the cargo that I need to pick up here as well. Do that first. Yep, there we go. It's kind of convenient that it was already down. So let's go ahead and deliver the rest of this cargo. Everything that is here comes off here at this location. So this is just 7 SCU of quantanium fuel. Or quantum fuel. Quantanium fuel. Quantum fuel. There we go. So now we've got enough room. We'll pull the rest of this into the ship, and this all goes to Baijini with the rest of it. Perfect. All right. Send this down. And this will finish another contract. I think just one contract. There's a rock there. The rock is super busted this patch. I hope they fix that for 4.6. All right, back to Baijini. So really, this is a pretty good little loop. I mean, by the time I have this all delivered to Baijini, there we go, it will be only about 45 minutes of time, and assuming the contract works just fine, and submits properly, it should make about 544,000, I think, if I did my math right. So, picked up from Baijini, 5 stops on Walla, and going back to Baijini. Good little loop.
Quantum drive is now up.
Didn't have to travel very far at all. There's my hangar. Go up and over. Oh,
Offline.
2 different voices telling me welcome. And again, I want to touch the terminal real quick to make sure that it processes the cargo as mine. And now we just need to offload everything that's in the ship besides my personal belongings there. And this should complete the contract. Alright, last box coming off here. There we go. Let's send this on down. And it all looks good. Sweet. Confirm. Okay, we'll let those go ahead and process through. Alright, it's all done. So let's look at the contracts here. All 4 of them completed and fully processed. So yeah, that was a pretty good little loop. Brought in 544,000, about 45 minutes, and it all worked well. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching. I hope this was just enjoyable, casual cargo gameplay for you. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know how 4.5 has been treating you. Take care.